the challenges we have around climate are huge. And I really feel this technology can be hugely important and beneficial for a lot of reasons. One of the things at Google, we have an amazing research department, and they are solving a lot of the major challenges we have. One of the last 2 or 3 years, we had this thing called Project Greenlight, which looks at the movement data we have. Obviously, we're privileged and we have lots of users, and of course, we respect very much the trust we have those users. But things like traffic information, you get a benefit from that when you see how good the traffic information is. Like sometimes there's 10 or so cars in front of you, you'll see an orange or red line come from that. We could potentially aggregate that in a way which we do not at all disclose any individual's private information, of course, but we can take that and work with cities now, look at the traffic light sequencing, and because we know the movement of all modes of transport, particularly cars through a major city, we can actually advise what the optimal traffic sequencing would be. We just did it with Boston, actually, and Boston got anywhere between 10 to 30% more efficient routes happening based upon the signaling we suggested. And we can see that immediately. The next day, we actually can tell what impact we've had on the flow of traffic. And that's, we've actually got a goal as a company to try to work with cities, partners, users to take a gigaton of emissions out of the atmosphere, which is put into perspective is about the emissions that Japan would have in a year, to try to actually reduce emissions by that amount. And Project Greenlight is just one great way of example how to do that. So we've now got that live in 27 cities, add all those different, efficiencies we're building there, and it really does have an impact in terms of the way that people drive and the emissions that are coming from vehicles before we get to electrification.